morning, boys and girls. It's time for mathematics. Your topic this morning is time to the hour. You would learn how to identify types of clocks, identify parts of a clock, and use hands to tell the time and write the time of the clock. How do you know when it's time to get up? You need a clock. The first clock is called an analog clock. The face is made up of numbers and hands. There is a short hand, a long hand, and a second hand. We will learn more about the short hand and long hand a little later. The second clock is a digital clock. Its face is made up of numbers and two dots. These clocks are found in your home, in your school, even on your wrist. Some of you boys and girls might wear or use a clock, an analog clock. Let's learn more. Some things you should know about the analog clock. Number 1, the face of this clock is made up of numbers and hands. Number 2, the hour hand is the short hand. It tells what hour it is. Number 3, the minute hand is the long hand and it tells the minutes. Number 4, the hands move in a clockwise motion. Boys and girls, you should know that there are 60 seconds in 1 minute, which means, looking at the clock to the very top, the small little tiny hand is the second hand. That goes around this clock 60 times before this minute hand makes a move. With number 2, there are 60 minutes in 1 hour, which means that minute hand goes around 60 times before the hour hand can move to the other digit. Take a look at this analog clock. The long hand is pointing on 12 and the short hand is pointing on 5. As long as the long hand is pointing on 12, whatever number the short hand points to, that's the hour. So the time is 5 o'clock. Very good. What time is it? Clock number 1 has the long hand pointing to number 12 and the short hand is pointing good, number 1. So it's 1 o'clock. If you wish to write it, write 1, 2 dots, and 0, 0, which means 1 o'clock. Clock number 2, yes, it has the long hand pointing straight to number 12, and the short hand is pointing, yes, number 5. So it's 5 o'clock. If you wish to write it, write 5, 2 dots, and 0, 0, which means o'clock. Very smart, boys and girls. Now listen to this poem entitled Tick Tock by Mrs. Delaval. Tick tock, it's 6 o'clock. Time to pray, it's a school day. 8 o'clock, breakfast tray. I must be on my way. 9 o'clock, Was that the bell? My class has started. Later for you, Kel. 12 o'clock. Lunch is here. Fruit sandwich and juice. Healthy food. Let's share. 3 o'clock. My day is done. Goodbye, friend, until we meet again. Well, our time is done. Boys and girls, you did an awesome job. Give yourself a pat on the back. Continue to practice, and the next time we meet, we'll talk more about the minute hand. What happens if it's not on number 12? Goodbye now.